Growing up, I was always the biggest hyper materialist. I feel like we all can remember back in the day, Abercrombie, PacSun, these big, retail stores and things like that. I would always have my mom in there, like making me buy the nicest clothes and colognes and, things like that. I always had to have the latest iPhone, the latest PlayStation. And honestly, that has led into and bled into adulthood as well. I've catch myself always needing, again, still the latest iPhone, the nicest MacBook, the nicest new pair of Golden Gooses. Overall, just I've always felt like I've needed to keep up with the Joneses, as the saying goes, where I need to keep up an image that I actually look rich and can afford nice things. And it even look at my car, the car that I bought, and the apartment that I live in. It's a luxury high rise, and all those things are pretty cool, right? But lately, I don't know why, I've been just having this feeling that my possessions, I don't even own my possessions. It feels more like my possessions own me, and the things that I own me. Because I'm constantly having to feed that monster inside of me that just continues to want more and more and more. Then I started to think, well, is that because I truly am a materialist, like in my heart? And is that actually who I am? Or have I just been conditioned over the years to have to keep up with the societal norms? And I truly think that it is the latter. I do think that over time you get conditioned by watching movies and content, especially having to keep up a certain image that maybe you don't even like, truthfully. So I started thinking, oh, so like the car that I own and the apartment that I have, like, does that truly fulfill me? And the answer is no. You know, when I was a kid, there's two things. I loved clothes and money and the flashy lifestyle, but the thing that I loved the absolute most was freedom. I hated going to school. I hated being told what to do. I ended up leaving public school, and I basically went to like almost like a homeschooled charter school where I kind of went and came as I pleased, and I would do these packets and things. But I basically would take the route less traveled to be, or to have, I should say, more freedom. And so I always realized, even growing up with a single mom with pretty much all the freedom in the world, she kind of let me do whatever I want. I really crave freedom more than anything. And what I didn't realize is that the possessions that I have, like the apartment that I have to pay every month, and the car where you have to pay car insurance and the car note, and the clothes where you're just having to constantly keep buying the nicest, newest, most expensive clothes and designer brands, is that you actually end up being a slave to those things. There is no freedom in that, because those things end up owning you. And I can't come and go as I please, because I still have a rent to pay. I still have a car to pay for. I still have, I have to keep up the lifestyle. So lately I've been just feeling like, man, I want to truthfully just get all this, and this is what me and my friends have been talking about. We want to cut all the strings out of our life, the things that are holding us down, almost like, a puppet would have, like with a puppet master controlling you. I know that's a little far-fetched, but if you really think deep down, I mean, that's truly what it is. It's like the movie Fight Club. He says, I think it's Tyler Durden that says, the things that you own end up owning you, and it really is true. So I've had this mental switch in my life. I've been really trying to focus on the things that I enjoy the most. What do I actually enjoy out of my life? And, that's freedom, that's traveling, and that's being experience rich. And what that means is rich in experiences and places that I've been and things that I've done. That's truly what I'm chasing in my life. So right now, over the next 6 months until my lease is up, I truly am in a season of which I am trying to get rid of all the things that own me. I want to minimize my life and live a very minimalistic life. And honestly, I don't want to have a plan. I just want to be free because I can. I make money from anywhere. All I need is, my laptop and some Wi-Fi. And I've curated my life in those ways. So it's not like I've gone fully down the degenerate path, but the degeneracy path where I'm just buying, things all the time. But I've actually done very well in the fact that I've kept a lot of my freedoms. I don't have to go clock in and go to a physical location to make money. It's not too far gone. I haven't bought a 30-year mortgage. I'm not too far gone. So I'm at a critical point where I'm here right now. I'm here. I'm at the point where I can either fall fully down into degeneracy or I can go to the freedom path. And I truly think that, really, I know that I want to be as free as possible. So now I want you to ask yourself a question. Do you really want the supercar because you actually want the supercar? Or is it because you want the validation from your peers that you have a supercar? Because I can tell you firsthand, I don't have a supercar, but my Mercedes is super nice and I've gotten compliments and things like that. But no one actually cares. Like, you think that the girl that you like is going to like you because you have a nice car or anything like that. But the people who truly like you and want to be around you, they'd be with you if you were dead broke. You know what I mean? As long as you were striving for greatness. I truly believe that materialism is the decay of society today, because we're constantly being fed the fact that we need to have the nicest watch, a piece of metal on our wrist. We need to have the nicest car, just a hunk of metal that has an engine in it. Live in the nicest places, just basically four walls. We don't necessarily need that stuff. And I don't want to pitch you on the fact that you need to live a hippie lifestyle and go live fully remote or anything like that. But what I'm telling you is, chase what you truly like. Like, what thoughts are actually yours anymore? When you were a kid, what did you actually want to do with your life? What was it that you actually wanted? Don't let society beat you into submission. Don't let society sell you a false dream. Because I could tell you right now, I've been at the height of materialism. I bought the dream car. I live in the nice place. It's not that cool. It's really not. Take it from me, I promise you. It's really not. I can go live in a penthouse in Miami right now. Right now. I don't want those things because I've felt them. I've felt them. Maybe not at the degree of owning a Lamborghini or anything like that, but I've felt them. And it's not as gratifying as you think. It's really not. And I am the kind of person who needs to touch the stove in order to feel that it's hot. I can't just be told by somebody and just take their word for it. And that's why I've done it. That's why I've bought the car, even though most of my friends and family members were like, I'd hold off, I'd wait, blah, blah, blah. So, maybe you're like me where you need to go touch the stove, but I'm telling you, the stove is hot. It's not that cool. In 3 months, it's just a car. In 3 months, it's just an apartment. In 3 months, it's just a designer bag. It's just a watch. The time will pass and you will realize this is just an item. That's all it is. It's not even that cool. What's really cool is having the money in the bank that at any moment you could disappear if you needed to. At any moment, if everything around you is collapsing, you have a buffer. You can go travel. You can go to Dubai if you wanted to. You can go to Thailand. You can go to Europe. You can go anywhere you want at any given moment, and no one can tell you anything. In my opinion, that's what's really cool. This is just my opinion. You could take it how you want, but don't let the things that you own you.